Yo, what's good everybody? It's your boy Noah back again with another video today. And in today's video, I wanted to talk to you guys about, how to become motivated and how to just have the energy to do what you want on a day-to-day basis. Even if you're working a 9 to 5 job, you can still be motivated to do what you want and get yourself out of that position like I'm doing right now. And, so yeah, you know, just stretch real quick. Yeah, so how to become more self-motivated, you know what I mean? In a world full of crazy distractions and everything like that, it can be hard to really focus on what you love to do, especially if you do a lot of you're on your phone a lot and stuff like that and you're always working. But I'm going to give you guys a brief summary of how I was able to have the motivation to record videos for you guys. And yeah, without further ado, let's just jump right into it. So basically, a few months ago, probably around I guess last summer or whatever, I kind of was just, I didn't really know what I wanted to do with my life. I was working, but I was working and I was out of school, and I just didn't really know what I wanted to do really. And, I was kind of in a rut in my head and just, I didn't really know what to do with my life, and I didn't really know where I wanted to head, so I basically, what changed that is basically I kind of, I started meditating, and I started just to, meditation and just mirror gazing and stuff like that really helped me. It was able to help me realize, who I truly was. And, it made me realize that I'm way more powerful than I could have ever thought, and that I have the power to change, your guys' lives, and anyone who's watching this who wants to get motivated. And, I want to, with this channel, I want to help everyone out as much as they can. And by doing that, it's just me doing what I love, and what I love is, this is my purpose. So yeah, basically meditation was a really good way to help me focus. And I think the main thing that you guys have to realize is that, this world, it can kind of seem fuzzy and there's so many different things going on and stuff. But, you guys have to realize that there's a whole nother world inside of your mind that you have to unlock, to really be able to become motivated with yourself. And I'm going to do a whole separate video on decalcification of the pineal gland, which I think it's your third eye right here. I'm going to do a whole video on how to decalcify it, and in a separate video. But yeah, in this one, yeah, you just have to really, honestly, I would say you have to limit the distractions. What do I mean by this? There's a whole bunch of distractions in this world, but, which is really distracting you from becoming the best version of yourself. You know what I mean? So, you got to stop watching the television. The television is programming you to stay at a stagnant state. I was at a stagnant state for, pretty much all of my life, until now. And until I was able to truly realize that I'm a powerful spiritual being, and I'm living a temporary human experience, and I have to try to make the most of it with what I got, and I have to be grateful in every single circumstance that I'm in, so yeah, limit the distractions, you know what I mean? That plays a huge role into it. You also have to just take care of yourself, really. Like, it's, it sounds like pretty silly, but as soon as I started going vegan and I started taking care of myself was when I was truly unlocking the powers that I have inside of me. And it really made me realize like how powerful I am, and it made me realize what my life purpose was, and this is my life purpose, reaching out to you guys and help bettering your guys' lives. This is what I was born to do, and I realized it just a few months ago. So yeah, you have to limit the distractions, stop watching TV, you know what I mean? Social media is another huge thing. Social media is, like Ralph Smart said, the word media comes from the Greek goddess Medea, and a couple of her traits were cunning and deceiving, Same with the media, you don't really know what's true, and you can't really determine what's true just by looking on Instagram and Twitter and like stuff like that, because you have to realize it's all under an agenda. And there are people controlling what goes trending on Twitter and stuff like that. And you don't want to be on Instagram, you know what I mean? It's because you become in a comparative mindset, or you become comparative to yourself. And because Instagram, what is Instagram really, right? Are people are only posting what they're the best versions of themselves. They're not posting when they're upset or like when they're, it's very filtered. So you have to look at it for what it is, man. Social media is not obviously I have a social media, you know what I mean? It's important to have it, but you have to use it as a tool rather than spending a whole lot of your time on it. You can't be on social media a lot and still, have time for your purpose, because that just eliminates you from having self-confidence in yourself. That's another thing. You have to be confident in yourself, and you have to believe in yourself. Nobody else is going to tell you to do what you want to do, other than yourself. You have to realize that for yourself. You have to make the decision for yourself of what you want to do, and you have to listen to your heart. And how do you listen to your heart? Cut out the distractions, you know what I mean? Stop watching video games. I had to stop I had to stop playing video games, I was super addicted when I was in middle school, even early high school. I would just go home from school, play video games. That was kind of like my stress reliever, That's another point I want to get to, what do you do on a day-to-day basis? Are you smoking a lot? You know what I mean? Are you drinking a lot? These are temporary pleasures that aren't helping you grow spiritually, and they're not helping you reach your life purpose, you know what I mean? So what is it that you're doing? Drinking, smoking? Are you, know what I mean, having sex a lot? That can be another thing, and it doesn't have to be just that, you know what I mean? You can also be addicted to like social media and stuff and everything like that. Porn's another thing. It's very detrimental to your mental health. There's a lot of dark entities when it comes to the porn industry, because they're just giving away their energy, you know what I mean? Your seed is very important. It helps you build, the more you save your seed and the more you don't have sex and masturbate and do all this stuff, the more energy that you're conserving within yourself, and it's turning into creative energy. And that's how I have had the energy to be able to post, you know what I mean, a video every day this week, so yeah, just cut out the distractions, meditation, you have to believe in yourself. Like I said before, there's no one that's going to believe in you there's no one that's going to believe in you as much as you do yourself. Maybe and that's another point that I want to get to. Who are the people who you're hanging out with? This might sound harsh, but some of the people that you hang out with, you have to cut them if they're not serving you. What do I mean by this? If your friends, if you don't want to go out because you want to be productive, but your friends are getting upset at you that you're not going out with them, you kind of have to cut it. It's not serving you, and And I'm not saying that you can't hang out with friends every once in a while, you know. I haven't really hung out with anybody, but that's just my personal choice. I just prefer to be at the house, make videos for you guys, and just be out in nature, really. I like meditating by myself, you know, great way to just calm your mind and just be able to be in the present moment. And, you know, yeah, so that's gonna wrap it up for this video. You know, you just have to, well, I guess before I wrap it up, I want to get to the last thing, the last pretty main point. You have to believe in yourself. You know, that's probably the most important thing, because you will have ruts, and they're gonna be situations that life throws at you, but they're just there to challenge you. You know what I mean? It's how you react to someone calling you names. You know, how are you going to react to different types of stuff? Because as much as someone's negative energy can affect you, you can also, you know, if someone has negative energy, then you can also, there is also a way to block it, you know what I mean, by not reacting to it. You know, you can just observe it and just let it go. You know, it's as simple as that. And yeah, so you just have to awaken the inner beast, and you have to realize that you're way more powerful than you think you are. You know, everybody, you know, you have to think about it. There's a 400 billion or 400 trillion to 1 ratio. That's the ratio of, you know what I mean, you being a human on this planet. Just for that, you should be grateful, you know what I mean? So with that being said, you can do whatever you want. You just have to set your mind to it. You know, like I've said before, lack of motivation is just a mindset. You know, you have to get your mind right. And yeah, that's why diet, all that, it comes hand in hand, you know. So that's gonna wrap it up for this video. I love you guys. I'm gonna be posting videos almost every day this whole year. So I'm gonna get to 300 by the end of the year. So yeah, I'm gonna be posting hella for you guys. And love you guys. Have a wonderful afternoon, day, or night, wherever you're at. And peace.